On this day, in September 1940, began the Blitz of Britain, primarily of London but spreading out across the country. Almost 200,000 of our people were either killed or wounded, mainly civilians, but including, of course, heroic aircrew and other civil defence personnel. It was 8 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days of hell that Britain withstood as the price of standing at that time alone against Hitler fascism. They did so under the leadership of Winston Churchill, a man of many sins and not a few crimes and blunders. But all of his sins, crimes and blunders were expiated at the moment that he took the helm of the British people and decided that we would never surrender to fascism, and that not until he and his fellow cabinet members lay on the floor in Downing Street, choking in their own blood, would they succumb. It was an heroic stand. If it had not been made, I'd be speaking to you now in German. The entire course of the history of the world would have been turned, and turned for the worse. In the palace, Buckingham Palace and others, in the Palace of Westminster, in the City of London, in the country houses of England, were many who wanted to make a surrender peace with Hitler, either because they sympathized with Hitler or because they thought the cause was lost. But Churchill rallied the British people, including the British Labour movement and the working class, to make that heroic stand against Hitler fascism. And so, on the anniversary of the beginning of the Blitz, Sputnik on Saturday will be interviewing Lord Alan Watson, a man of distinction, a historian of the first rank, and asking him about Winston Churchill, about the Second World War, and Britain's glorious role in it. As Churchill said, never in the course of human history has so much been owed by so many to so few. We owe them a lot, and amongst the few is Winston Churchill, whether we like him or not.